Hey booktube, this is Kelly. Thank you so much for watching my channel, Books I'm Not Reading. So I think last weekend we established very clearly that booktube is supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be an enjoyable thing. It's a hobby. And there are so many other things that are not in control. We are not in control of in our lives, but this is a place where we can be in control. And then we get to Monday of this week when the Pulitzer Prize winners were announced. It was a live stream, and so I just softly had it on in my office. And my office is pretty isolated. There's a little tiny store next to me, but there's not always somebody there. And so I kind of noticed this trend as they were announcing the winners that there multiple prizes in different categories were being awarded. And then, of course, the last thing was fiction. And I was absolutely stunned that the Pulitzer Committee chose 2 books. This has never happened in the history of the Pulitzer Prize. And if you're new to my channel, I have read, with the exception of these 2 new books, I have read all of the books that have won the Pulitzer Prize for fiction. And I try to read them. I mean, once I finally had kind of got caught up, so to speak, like once I had finally read up to my current year, like I try to read those books every year. Because especially if they're going to start giving, I mean, there's only 3 finalists, right? So if they're going to start picking 2 a year, like, yeah, that really changes things. So the 2 books that won were Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver and Trust by Hernan Diaz. This is an author I'm not familiar with. I love this cover. I think it's really, really beautiful. The type font in here is pretty large, so that's good. And I have this is the library's copy. I heard from one other person who has read this book and really enjoyed it. So if you've read it, if you read either of the winners, a lot of people on BookTube I know have read Demon Copperhead, but I haven't seen this as many places, I guess. So this was a real surprise. But actually the biggest surprise is the 2 books. Because here's the way it works, folks. There's a committee and they go to the Pulitzer judges and say, this is the book that we think should win, or we couldn't come to a decision and here are 3 finalists. And sometimes the Pulitzer Committee historically will then, if there's no consensus, they won't pick anything. There's no rules that says that they have to select a fiction winner every year. And there have been several years where that has been the case. And some of that stuff is only coming to light as time goes on, you know, as we remove ourselves from those years and judges and that sort of thing. But the Pulitzer Committee, like, they've never said, oh, like, we have 3 finalists, let's give it to 2. I mean, the Pulitzer winner only gets $15,000. So I really hope Hernan Diaz does not have to split $15,000 with Barbara Kingsolver. I find it baffling. I really feel like there should be 1 winner. I mean, it's going to help both of them. Barbara Kingsolver, I feel like, is a pre-established American author. And so, you know, I was surprised she didn't win for the Poisonwood Bible. I'm not sure if she's been a finalist before. I think, though, that Hernan Diaz has. I really should have looked some of the stuff. But if you guys know of an article, or if you've heard something about like why they chose 2 books, I would really love to know in the comment section. Like, let me know where I can find out more. But like I said, the judges, like sometimes the fiction committee has gone and said, this is the book we think should win. And the Pulitzer judges are like, nope, we're going to pick a different book, or we're not going to pick any book. They don't have to take the recommendation of the people who are choosing fiction. But for them to pick two books. Anyway, so I'm in my office. No one can hear me. I'm just shrieking. I'm trying not to alarm anyone, but I was freaking out. And I've got to say that between Trust and Deemer and Copperhead, that is a game changer for my reading year. Like, so I have 23 books this year that are on my high priority TBR. And you know what? Like, I always think, oh, I should leave a space. Like, I should only pick 22 books and then just factor in the Pulitzer. But I'm kind of like, it's fine. It's fine. I can have 23 books plus the Pulitzer. But when the Pulitzer is 2 books, then that becomes a problem. So my high priority TBR, this is only the 3rd year I've done this, but my high priority TBR is going to get a massive overhaul. Again, the point of booktube is fun, and if I feel all this pressure on me, like I will not do well. And I will put some pressure on myself in regards to the Pulitzers. It was quite a reading project, to say nothing of the least. Now I'm gonna get on Goodreads and I'm gonna redo my high priority TBR for the year. And I'm also definitely gonna tell myself that if I don't get to something this year, then that does not mean it has to roll over to next year's high priority TBR. That's fine. That's fine. So the other things, so I have not started Trust. I actually haven't even read the flap. I read the author bio. I think this is his 2nd book. His first novel was called In the Distance. But anyway, so I would like to get to this month, but that may not happen, and that's okay. It's okay. It's okay, Kelly. So the other things I'm reading, I have not picked this book up since the end of April, you guys. So I wanna return to this. I think I have 160 pages left. That seems totally manageable to me. I should be able to do that. I am doing a buddy read that is so wonderful. The Hours by Michael Cunningham. This is also a Pulitzer winner. So I have read it before, but I had not read Mrs. Dalloway when I read this. So anyway, I will be devoting a special video just about this book when I finish it. And then the other book I'm currently reading, and I'm about 25% of the way through with this. It's not very big. And this is Stop Overthinking by Nick Trenton. The subtitle is 23 Techniques to Relieve Stress, Stop Negative Spirals, Declutter Your Mind, and Focus on the Present. Now, I ordered this book, I got this book through work. And because I have had several people say to me, Kelly, you're really overthinking this. And like people who don't know each other, but there's no, I think this book is self-published. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. It has an ISBN, but there is just like, there's no author bio really. Here's the title page. But I'm actually getting a lot out of this book because I really did not realize how closely connected overthinking is to anxiety. And I did not realize what a tornado my mind has been in. People who talk to me on Voxer definitely know. Definitely heard the tornado. Yeah, so I think I left Gina from Gina Stan Your Books a completely incomprehensible Voxer message this week. But anyway, so I'm getting a lot out of this. Like, everything I'm reading is great, but it's just, I'm starting, you know, like I said, we just had that conversation about, hey, this is supposed to be fun. This is a hobby. And I'm just like starting to feel this like pressure, like building. And as this is an area of my life that I can control, I'm going to do something about it, and I'm going to redo my high priority list. I don't know. Obviously the books I've read this year are just they're obviously going to stay on that. I don't even know off the top of my head how many high priority books I have read, but for sure, at least two books or more are going to come off, and they are going to be replaced with the Pulitzer Prize winning books. So, so we're going to read Trust, and we're going to read Demon Copperhead this year, because it is one of those things, like, I don't want to suddenly wake up one year and be like, oh my gosh, I'm 5 Pulitzers behind. Like, I don't want that. I worked so hard. That was such a massive goal and a massive, well, it was meant to be a great distraction, and it certainly was. But it was a lot of, it's a very ambitious goal to decide to read all of the prize winning novels, frankly, from any list. And so, I feel really good about that. It's a source of pride for me. And so, like I said, if they're going to pick 2 books, then those books get to go on the high priority TBR. My Goodreads, the link to my Goodreads channel is down below. If you're not already a friend or following me, please feel free to send me a friend request. And then you will be able to see the rearranged high priority TBR. And yeah, so it's gonna be, I haven't done it yet as of filming this, so we'll see what happens, but it's gonna be good. And then I'm gonna feel better about my reading life, because I did pick some really ambitious things this year, and you know, like, I certainly wasn't expecting the Pulitzers to pick 2 fiction winners. Oh my God, what happened? There's only 3 finalists. Can you imagine how that third person feels? So tell me what you think about the Pulitzer winners. Tell me how your reading life is going this year. Are you managing to keep the pressure down? Are you having fun with reading? That's what's really important, right? So tell me all about it down below in the comment section. If you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment, I totally get it. You can give this video a thumbs up just as a way to say hello. And I'm so glad you're here. And I have discovered some great new booktubers this month already, so I will be talking about them towards the end of the month. But thank you guys so much for watching. And booktube, remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I'll be back with another video soon. Bye.